Hello and welcome to the Manchaug Pondcast, looking at the challenges and options of hobby farming with water quality in mind. This podcast episode is the first in a series of 12 brought to you by the Manchaug Pond Foundation as part of our Phase 3 Massachusetts Department of Environmental Protection Clean Waters Act ETS 319 NonPoint Source Pollution Grant for Manchaug Pond. Do you own a horse or two, have a large vegetable garden, or raise meat cows or chickens? Over the course of the series, we will look at stormwater in our backyard farms, exploring topics from planning and mapping to fertilizers, manure, and mud management, to practices we can employ to protect our water resources. With this first episode in the series, let us dive into the surprising sources of stormwater pollution and how we can work together to mitigate its impact. When we think of stormwater pollution, we often picture bustling cities with concrete jungles and industrial complexes. But did you know that even the quaint charm of a small farm can contribute to this environmental challenge? Human activities, including agriculture, no matter how small scale, can generate pollutants that find their way into stormwater runoff. This runoff can carry a cocktail of contaminants into nearby water bodies, posing risks to aquatic ecosystems and human health alike. So let's take a closer look at some common farming activities and the pollutants they may generate. Land disturbances, such as tilling and livestock grazing, exposes soils to erosion by water and wind, leading to the transportation of sediments off fields and pastures into waterways. These sediments can cloud surface water and smother aquatic organisms, disrupting fragile ecosystems. Additionally, excessive irrigation can exacerbate erosion, simulating heavy rainfall events and increasing sediment runoff. The application of fertilizers, while beneficial for crop growth, can become problematic when applied in excess or just before significant rainfall, leading to nutrient-rich runoff that fuels algae blooms and degrades water quality. Furthermore, the use of agricultural chemicals like insecticides, fungicides, and herbicides poses risks to aquatic life and human health. These toxic chemicals can adhere to soil particles and be carried into waterways by stormwater runoff, contaminating the environment. Incidental and accidental spills from equipment operation and maintenance, as well as poor management of animal and other waste, further compound the issue. These spills introduce additional toxins and pollutants into the environment, exacerbating the problem of stormwater pollution. So why should we be concerned about these pollutants? Well, they pose significant risks to both ecosystems and public health. Sediments can cloud water, disrupt aquatic habitats, and carry pollutants like nutrients and toxic chemicals. Excess nutrients, such as phosphorus and nitrogen, can fuel algae blooms, degrade water quality, and even render waters unfit for swimming or drinking. Toxic chemicals from agricultural inputs and spills can poison wildlife, contaminate food sources, and render water supplies unsafe for consumption. Pathogens and bacteria from animal waste, aka manure, can make swimming areas unusable and pose risks to human health. But there is hope. By raising awareness and taking proactive measures, we can protect our lake, streams, and rivers from the threats of stormwater pollution. Proper management practices, such as erosion control measures, responsible fertilizer application, and vigilant waste management, can help minimize the impact of farming activities on water quality. Whether you are a hobby farmer or a concerned citizen, we each have a role to play in protecting our water. By working together, we can ensure that Manchaug Pond is protected today and that future generations inherit clean and healthy waterways. That's all for today's episode of Pondcast. Thanks for listening, and be sure to join us for other episodes as we talk specific problems and solutions. This series is brought to you by the Manchaug Pond Foundation as part of the educational outreach to small farmers as part of an EPA Massachusetts Department of Environmental Protection Clean Waters Act, Section 319, Non-Point Source Pollution Grant. For more information in the Backyard Farming Guidebook, visit our hobby farm website page at manchaugpond.org. The Manchaug Pond Foundation is an all-volunteer, nonprofit organization whose mission is the welfare and correct use of the 380-acre Manchaug Pond and its watershed where you can get involved. Special thanks to Comprehensive Environmental Inc. for the resource. Hobby Farming with Water Quality in Mind, a guide to successful backyard farming while protecting our water resources. To our 2024 Sutton High School interns for contributing to this episode's script, and to the Massachusetts Department of Environmental Protections. This project has been financed with federal funds from the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, to the Massachusetts Department of Environmental Protection, the department, under an S-319 competitive grant. The contents do not necessarily reflect the views and policies of EPA or of the department, nor does the mention of trad names or commercial products constitute endorsement or recommendation for us.